In this video, let's talk about the hard truths of being an international student in Canada. Hello everyone, this is Coach Rice and this is Quest Canada. And the first in our list is the most obvious one. It's finances. That's why with all our students, we at least advise them that if you're truly decided to move to Canada via study permit, you have to be financially ready. And financially ready means you have to have enough money to spend on rent, to spend on groceries, transportation, tuition for sure, and all other expenses involved in your studies. Some students will think that their salary of working 24 hours in 1 week will be sufficient, but this can be a very wrong approach because an international student can work maximum of 24 hours a week, and the minimum wage, or most likely the job that you will land, will be a minimum wage while you are studying, and minimum wage will differ from province to province, and on average it will be below $20. If we calculate, say your minimum wage is $20, by $24 in 1 week, that's less than $500 in 1 week, and that's less than $2,000 in 1 month. And then you also have to less your taxes there because it is a form of income. If you less your taxes there, that will be around $1,700, $1,600, and $1,700, $1,600 is not nearly enough. It will be just enough for your apartment. If you are renting a 1-bedroom, if you're renting a room, then you will have a little bit of a leeway for your groceries. For a room, if you will be renting a room, again, it will depend which province you will go to, but on average, it will be between $800 and $1,000 per month, and therefore you have got left $600 to $700 a month, and that's only sufficient for your groceries and your bus pass. It will not be smart to rely on working as an international student to make ends meet. You have to have at least covered full year of tuition when you move to Canada. And that is a must, because if you don't, then you will be anxious, you will be stressed, and push comes to shove, it might cause you your depression. So let's not do that. Finances is a hard truth, and this is a reality that you will have to face, and don't go into that hole. Don't go into that stressful situation. Be financially ready. Second truth is time, because you will be juggling working and studying at the same time, and harder if you have your family with you, if you have your children with you, if you have your spouse who will be a support system to you, then that will lessen the amount of stress and the amount of responsibilities. But nevertheless, time is something that you will have to really juggle, because studying is not easy, especially if the last time you studied was 10 years ago or 15 years ago. You will have to get into the hang of reading again, going to the class again, listening to your professor, listening to your classmates. Next one is unpredictability of IRCC laws. Beginning of this year, the Minister of IRCC, Mark Miller, had implemented many and various changes on the IRCC laws, specifically to international students. Spouses of non-masters and non-PhDs will no longer be provided with OWP. There is a cap on international student visa. There was even a cap on applications as well. There was the implementation of provincial attestation letter, and most recently there is a press release that he had given that there could be changes on PGWP. As I record this video, these changes had not been released yet. The IRCC is in discussions with the various provincial governments on what could be the changes on the PGWP that can be implemented. There are some discussions that there will be a priority on programs. For example, those who are in the construction or healthcare, early educator programs will be prioritized to be given a PGWP, and those who are not in those programs will have to have a job offer before they are given a PGWP. Again, these are all just press releases. There is no definite regulation implemented as yet, but in essence, another hard truth is the unpredictability of IRCC laws. Even peer pathways are unpredictable, because the moment I have this one student in British Columbia, wherein when he left from Dubai to Canada, we were looking at a certain PR pathway, and during the time they were absolutely on point. They tick all the boxes, and the moment that they were near to finishing the program, the regulations or the scoring on that PNP in British Columbia had changed already. So this is just an example on the challenges that you will face, and therefore the reason why you should not only rely on one PNP. You should have a variety of PNPs, and you should have a plan B and a plan C when you move to Canada via study permit. And before you move here, it will make sense for you to research on the various provincial nominations and peer pathways that you can explore while you are studying. The next hard truth can be very intriguing, because some companies and some people can and will take advantage of international students. Now, being an international student, people know that you are in need of a job. People think that you are in dire need of cash, and people believe that you would rather have a cash job than a job or a salary that is paid to your account, because then if it's a cash job, then it will not be taxed. And some companies will offer you a cash job, but the catch is they will offer you a cash job, but if the minimum salary in a certain province is, say, $17, they will tell you, I will only pay you $13 or $14 because it is a cash job. You don't have to pay taxes on it. So that is taking advantage of the international students. Some company or some people would say, okay, I will hire you, you can do this job, but you will have to work longer than you are paid for, because it is a cash job. Some people or some companies will actually say you will have to work more than you are required, more than you are paid, because you are an international student. I know this can be daunting, but this is a reality. This happens, and this can happen to you as well. So you have to be absolutely cautious with your choices of people that you surround yourself with, the kinds of job that you will take. Now, cash jobs, they are here. This is the reality. It exists. It does exist. Now, if you want to do that, then you have to be ready to take the consequences. Now, the hard truth, again, with that is that if somebody comes to know about you doing some cash job, any person can go to the government and report what you have done. And the last one, but certainly not the least, is really it's loneliness, especially if you are moving to Canada as a single person, that you don't have any family with you, you don't even have friends with you. Everyone that you will get to know here are people you have never met before, people you have never talked to before, and everything is new to you. You will adjust with the weather, you will adjust with the time, you will adjust with the culture, with the food for sure, and those are hard realities. But see, those will not last forever. You will get over the loneliness, most especially if you get busy. And when you get busy, it's not a question of if, it's when you get busy, because you will get busy. When you are busy, you will have no time to think about loneliness or melancholy. You will be busy studying, you will be busy working, and I suggest that you do that. But you of course will have to allocate time for rest, because you cannot be working all the bloody time. You will stress yourself out. Now the question is, with all of these hard truths, does it still make sense to move to Canada in this time and age? And I would like to answer that question with my favorite favorite saying by Ronald Reagan. It says, "The world belongs to the brave." And if you will not step out of your comfort zone, you will never, ever achieve glory.